Hello, Shadowfall viewers! Oh my god, what happened to my hair? I don't know. I do know I dyed it, that's what happened. But, alright chat, today we're not alone. Today we are here with the one and only... I can still not pronounce your name, but how the fuck do you say it? Is it kurai?
Kurai. It's kurai.
Okay.
It's kurai.
Kurai.
You pronounce it. It's a Japanese word. You don't pronounce it English. You fuck.
Well, I don't. I cannot
I'm
understand.
not Japanese, so
I'm not Japanese, so.
I am Austrian. I'm not here to judge. I'm just gay.
Today we are going to be looking at Am I the Asshole LGBTQ edition. Again, we're going to be looking at...
Because we're both homosexuals.
Because we're both very much gay, yes. Yes, yeah, very much.
Because Payu is unable to have an intro. This took way too many times.
I already did my intro. You were the one not ready for it.
I was dying because of my smoker's coughing, okay? Holy fuck, I just died! Okay. And I have to leave soon, so I won't be here the entire video, probably, because, Dungeons and Dragons is more important.
That's alright, that's alright. Dungeons and Dragons is very much important, yeah, I would say that. Mm-hmm. Now, the first one that we're gonna start, am I the asshole for kicking my son out of the house for not accepting my daughter being LGBTQ? What do you think, Kiki? Or Kurai?
No, fuck him.
Kurai?
No.
Are you... Is he an asshole for kicking his son out?
No.
I mean...
No. No context needed, no.
Kicking someone out of your house is kind of a big thing,
Read the first sentence.
Read the first... We're gonna listen to the first sentence. You're gonna read it, I guess. I'm gonna plug in my... what's it called? Google Translate.
Oh. Are you gonna read that out with Google Translate?
I'm gonna read it out of Google Translate because that's what we always do. Yeah, right, let's listen to the story and see if they're the asshole. I think not. Probably not.
My son is 25 and my daughter is 16 first of all. My son has had no effort to get a job yet and doesn't chat with us most the time. My wife and I haven't tried to enforce anything yet because we still believed he'd turn sound. This all changed when on Friday my 16-year-old daughter came out as a lesbian, which me and my wife were really happy about this because when she confessed she just seemed so much happier than she was before. However, my son got angry and said that he would not accept a daughter that's one of those DS and that he feels like people only say they're gay because they want attention. Then he ran into his room and slammed the door. My daughter got really upset by this and said she didn't understand how he could be this way. Between that and the fact that he's 25 years old and trashed our house several times with his friends, I waited a few weeks for this to all calm down, and when he still hasn't apologized, told him that he has 2 weeks to get out or I'm going to kick him out. What happened next was my son got really infuriated and said that I had no right to kick out my son like that, and he was sure that his mom would not be happy. As it turns out, my daughter straight up said she didn't care. My wife called me an asshole for not talking to my son about why he doesn't accept her before kicking him out of the house, and that she feels like I should have talked this out with her first.
You already done?
I was only trying to make my daughter happy, but I feel like this could have ruined my relationship with my son. To be fair, I did ask my daughter if I could do this, but maybe I could have talked this out.
What do you think? Are they the asshole for kicking their son out?
No.
I think it's a bit of a over-exaggerated thing, but like I understand why they do it.
No, get him the fuck out. He behaves like an asshole. He's 25. He does not have a job, so get him the fuck out.
Alright,
Come on.
alright.
I would not be like lit. No, it's like they are an asshole.
Yeah, the
Problem
son is
solved.
the asshole.
They are an asshole. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Get the son is an asshole. The person, no. Come on, the father was fucking right.
Alright, yeah. You're not the asshole for kicking your son out. I understand.
It's literally labeled under not the asshole. It's labeled under not the asshole.
I mean, sometimes the label can have it wrong. I had a couple times where the label said, like, oh yeah, they're the asshole, but then it was just not really.
Yeah, it depends on the story.
And most of the time, they already have a label, so I just kind of have to find the ones that I still find interesting. Am I the asshole for telling my son that he is obviously gay? What do you think? Would he be the asshole for telling him that?
Depends on the context, but I would definitely say...
Let's just say you don't know that you're gay yet, or you're figuring it out, and your parents
It's
just come
labeled
into...
asshole, oh my god. Well,
Let's just
that's
say,
good.
like, you're figuring it out, and your dad just comes in and be like, you're gay! Will
I'm
you
gonna
think...
fucking... Oh, that guy here. My son's 17 meters.
I always like that when it's like in English, and it's like, 17 meters, son. Yes. Shall we listen to the story and see if they are the asshole like the site predicted?
Oh, yeah.
My son, 17 meters, has apparently been in the closet for the past 7 months. So, my son is fairly masculine, straight acting if that makes sense. However, he's very obviously had a boyfriend, 18 meters, for the past 7 months. He sometimes baby talks to this boy, hugs him all the time, has called him handsome, share clothes. Sits away too close to each other to the point where they're basically cuddling. He closes his bedroom door when with him but not any other friends, sees him like every day, buys him gifts. And for the past 7 months he now always smells great, has his hair fixed really nice, and dresses nicer, among other things. Today I asked my son if was going to invite his boyfriend on our trip. And he got awkward and said, "That's not funny." I asked what he meant and he said, "I'm straight. That's not funny." I laughed, and when I realized he was serious I started laughing even harder. I told him he was very obviously in a relationship with a guy and did a terrible job at hiding it. He got emotional and started asking me not to tell his dad. My husband already knows. Like I said, it was obvious. Then he got upset saying outed him when he wasn't ready. He hasn't said a word to me in a couple days. AITA.
I mean, are you the asshole? I think that I think everyone needs to have the right to come out at their own time. I think that's a pretty important thing.
Yeah, it is.
Why is your microphone just randomly up there?
No, I don't know. It just unplugged itself again. Because the arm is pretty broken.
Dude, I cannot...
Fuck you! Pipes! I was googling for D&D Beyond!
Dude, buy a new microphone! Or a new cable!
Yeah, I know, I need a new cable. So...
Do you think they're the asshole? For telling their...
Oh my
for
God.
telling their child they're obviously gay?
It really fucking depends. But I would say in that context... Yes. Yes. Because, like, everyone needs their small little, like, thing to come out. Like, come on. If my parents would have told me, "Hey, you're gay and trans," like, fuck no. Yeah, mean, I am questioning that, but yeah, thank you for nothing. I need my own time. Thank you.
Yeah, I think everyone needs to have the right to come out at their own terms.
Yeah.
Like,
So just, like-
last time we had LGBTQ stuff, we also talked about someone outing them, which is also the case of, like, you need to have the place to, like, you know, tell
that
people.
That is so bad. That is literally bad.
Yeah,
I
outing
had
people
that-
is the worst thing you can ever do.
I had that done to me. Oh my god, it sucks.
Yes.
Literally, one of the worst things that has ever happened to me. But yeah, not really a friend of that.
No,
Saying the
exactly.
So yeah, they are the asshole pretty obviously.
Yes.
They
The
are
asshole.
pretty
Don't
obviously
tell
the
your
asshole.
children. Let your children tell you.
Am
For
I
some reason, you're...
sexual?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm lagging.
Dude, you know what? Well, you know, I was done with my hair and I looked in the mirror and I thought of like those like lollipops who had like those spinny thingies, you know, and I thought I look like a lollipop right now.
Oh.
Or like cotton candy. Well, I think after
Bye.
that you will have to go to the
Yeah, D&D.
D&D. So thank you for being in my
Yeah.
video for a bit, and I hope you're gonna have a lot of fun at the D&D game.
Put me in the caption, you dumbass.
I will put you in the caption. I also put you in the end card.
Good.
Yes. Yes. Go follow this bitch. Then we were alone again. Then we were alone again. We are gone from there, and we're gonna continue on ourselves. So I think we should just move on to the next one, right? I think we should just whip into the next one and have another fun time and have a fun time, right? Am I the asshole for asking in an LGBTQ subreddit if being gay is a mental disorder? Well, I don't really think you would be. This is labeled as TLDR. I don't know what that stands for, but like asking something is never really a bad thing. I wouldn't ever say that asking someone or something is inherently bad and is like, oh, you cannot ask anything. But like that question, you know, it's not, and it can make a lot of people be like, yeah, well, that hits very close to home where people did tell me that it is. So I think that I wouldn't say you're the asshole for asking, because if you ask, then you probably don't know the answer, because that's why you ask things. But I think it could be perceived as like homophobic, because people are like that or something. So let's just see what it's gonna be, and let's listen to the story.
Hi, me 13 meters has come from a pretty unaccepting upbringing, so I always had incorrect beliefs. My parents' reason for trans people existing was saying it was a mental disorder because gender dysphoria is in the DSM was. So I went to the LGBTQ subreddit to ask if it was, and I said that I fully supported trans people. I just was confused on what was right because I thought my parents' reasoning B was right, but I didn't myself think it was mental disorder, so I asked it, and I got permanently banned from the LGBTQ subreddit, and as a gay male this upset me since I was just asking a question because my upbringing was very unaccepting and they still are. I didn't know a question could cause a ban like it was a question I was asking for an answer because my upbringing was not best. AITA.
Exactly. What I mean is you ask a question to ask a question, but this question is very loaded for a lot of people. So I understand. I don't understand why you got banned, honestly. Getting banned is quite a big thing. I understand that you're upset about that, but I don't think you would be the asshole for exactly asking something. Because I think that asking is always good. Asking is always great, because you know what happens when you ask? you can learn. I think if we're gonna ban someone when they ask something, then they will not learn and they will not change their mind about being homophobic. So I think that ban is very assholey. Don't ban people if they ask something, but it's a very loaded question and people can very easily think that you're not asking, you're just kind of putting a statement out there. So I don't think you're the asshole. No, I don't think so. But I understand why it would be a bit annoying to be banned. I'm sorry for you. Am I the asshole for not writing in a LGBTQ character in my short story and criticizing my friend when she did? I don't think you're an asshole for not doing it. As I should say, LGBTQ representation should be done like any other kind of representation. You know, people who have disabilities need to get the same amount of representation as LGBTQ people, and they need to have the same amount of representation as straight people and as autistic people and people of color. All of these groups need to get the same amount of representation, so I don't think you would be the asshole for writing a story about a straight couple or a straight thing or whatever. Now criticizing for when your friend does, I think that's the part where you would be the asshole, because why would you do that? Why are you criticizing someone on the way they want to write their story? I mean, just because you're not doing something, like, I really think that the world needs to mind their own business more, and I think this is the great example for that. Why do you need to stress and criticize your friend for something that she's doing or that they are doing? I don't think you would have to, well, she, because you say she. I wouldn't, why are you criticizing them? Why are you like all up in their business for just writing a short story? So I think that would be a pretty assholey part, though not writing it yourself will probably not, because that's just your business, that's just what you want to do. Let's listen to the story and see if they are the asshole or not.
Me, 15F, and my best friend, 15F, who I'll call Anna, are part of a writing program in our neighborhood. The program is run by an English teacher at our high school, Mrs. M. She's the nicest person ever and everyone loves her. Me and Anna included. For context, Anna is a lesbian and I'm bi. Anyways, Mrs. M gave us a writing prompt back in the beginning of March. It was to create a 20-page short story that occurred in any period of time before the 70s. Extra points for historical accuracy. I did mine in the 1700s about a native girl and an English boy. The story was due in June, but the due date got delayed to last week. Anyways, me and Anna like to proofread each other's work when we're done. This time we agreed to not give the other any input until after the due date. Well, we were reading each other works and Anna asked me why there were no gay characters. I shrugged and said it was the 1700s. She kind of looked at me weird but went back to reading. While I was reading her story, I commented on how there were so many gay characters. Her story also was set in the 1700s. It wasn't like a story about the hardships that the LGBT community faced in the 1700s, but about a gay man learning to accept himself, find a husband and get accepted by his family and community. There is a part where he joins a inn that was a hot spot for gay people. I was expecting someone to get arrested for sodomy or something, but he walks in, meets a man and walks out. She told me it was Pride Month when she wrote it, and obviously there were going to be many LGBT characters. I told her that this wasn't historically accurate. Not just the amount of LGBT-friendly stuff in the story, but also other details. And she probably wasn't going to get a very good feedback from Mrs. M. She got pissed and told me her work was much better than my homophobic excuse for a story. I told her that it wasn't homophobic to be historically accurate and bet that my story was going to get better feedback than hers. We've bet on this before and it was in a lol kind of way. She got angrier and said that if it does, Mrs. M is homophobic and she'll drop out of the program. I was pissed beyond compare. Mrs. M is like the neighborhood grandma. Ever since we met her, she'd been nothing but kind. She's welcoming to everyone and an inspiration. Long story short, we exchanged a few unpleasant words before she left and we were both crying by the end of it. Anna sent me a long text basically telling me how terrible I am for not showing pride during Pride Month and how she feels sorry that I feel so bad about my sexuality like that. I mean, it was Pride Month and we didn't get to do our usual Pride prompt because of Corona. Anna could really have been just expressing pride through her story and I put her down. Now I'm second guessing myself. AITA? I meant constructive criticizing. Like if X character interactive with Y character in this way. Or if Z character got more of a backstory. I wasn't trying to be rude by criticizing her work, just giving her feedback.
Alright, well, I don't think you're the asshole. I think that they are kind of the asshole for having such a big gay agenda during Pride Month. I mean, I also kind of do that. I like, during Pride Month, I wear so many rainbows, like, absolutely just bombed. Now, I do think that she's the asshole. Just the way that she's reacting to it, a bit over dramatic for, during Pride Month, you have to do everything to do with the LGBTQ. I don't think that's the thing. I think that during Pride Month, you should celebrate. Absolutely. But what I do during Pride Month is more just celebrate it within myself, just wear more rainbows and be proud of the fact that I'm able to be out here. I'm not going to add the word gay to every single sentence that I have. I don't think that your story was homophobic at all. Absolutely not. Because, like, you just made, like, a story about a family in the 1700s. As I say, there needs to be equal amount of representation in a story, and with her story, that's not really the case, because it's just gay instead of other people, you know. I think that her story would be way better, exactly, if it would be historically accurate, you know. Viewing tell a story about someone gay who has to work through the homophobia that is centered in the 1700s, because it would probably be seen as a mental illness and be sent to like an insane asylum or something like that. Make a story about that. You know, that you can still be gay, just not overly gay, you know? I don't think you're the asshole, and I don't think you did anything wrong. Maybe you could have been a little bit less harsh with your words, if I really have to be picky like that. But I think you're completely fair. I think her story was way over the top gay, and I think that she's a little bit of an asshole for reacting like that to just a normal story that just happens to not have LGBTQ characters in them. I don't think that would be an inherently bad thing. Am I the asshole for bringing religion into a fight about LGBTQ? I hate when people do I just can't accept people being gay. It's against my religion. I hate when people do this. I absolutely hate it. Why? Because it doesn't fucking matter. The only thing that matters is that it begins against your religion, meaning you can't be gay. Just because it's against your religion doesn't mean that I can't be gay. Love your fucking neighbor. love thy neighbor or something, not love your neighbor, but love thy neighbor. You know, I hate when this happens, but that's a me problem. We're gonna listen to the story and see if these people do the whole it's against my religion argument or are actually kind of alright-ish. I don't really know, but let's just say was actually the case here.
Obviously, that sounds like the worst defense ever. But hear me out. My parents have a habit of looking over my shoulder when I'm on my phone. I'm uncomfortable with people doing that for no particular reason. I just don't feel comfortable, and told them so. They always respond by yelling at me and asking if I talk to older men. No, I don't. I talk to the few friends I have. The other reason I don't show them is that they tend to be judgmental about the things my friends say. It's usually anime stuff I have no interest in. But if someone posts a picture of an anime guy, my parents go off on how we're online dating and getting into sex. I told them that they don't need to worry about that because I'm asexual, having little to no sexual attraction towards anyone. Basically, I came out to them lol. They got really quiet and said that I, then in middle school, am too young to make decisions about my identity.
It's middle school.
They brushed it off as, obviously we raised this child right because they, doesn't want to have sex before they're married. I was annoyed but ignored them because we had to go somewhere and I didn't want to get into a fight. Fast forward to last night. They didn't change any of their behaviors and happened to be on my phone when my friend came out as pansexual. I didn't get the text because they took my phone away from me because they were suspicious *. I didn't want him to read a story that accepts values my parents are against. They went off at me this morning, and I quote them. What is this pansexual shit? Don't they have any brains? You're either attracted to men or women. You can't be attracted to both genders. That's against the religion. Me. Hindu. We follow Hinduism. Texts didn't ostracize any one part of the LGBT community. Nobody in the family mentioned this topic. I don't get what your problem is. Nobody even cared until the British Raj lol shows them a website to prove my point. And now they're pissed because I brought religion into an unholy topic. AITA, Reddit. What is this pansexual shit? Don't they have any brains? You're either attracted to men or women. You can't be attracted to both genders. That's against the religion. Me. Hindu. We follow Hinduism. Texts didn't ostracize any one part of the LGBT community. Nobody in the family mentioned this topic. I don't get what your problem is. Nobody even cared until the British Raj lol shows them a website to prove my point. And now they're pissed because I brought religion into an unholy topic. AITA, Reddit.
Just gotta say, they brought religion into the topic first with saying, it's against our religion. But no, you're not the asshole, they're the asshole, they pulled the, it's against my religion part. I don't know a lot about Hinduism, I gotta tell you that. I was brought up in a very Christian community where I literally only got to learn about two religions, Christianity and being Muslim, which that one was very bad. So, like, I don't know anything about religions at all, so I cannot say about the fact that what is what, but they brought it into the argument. They brought it into it, not you. So no, you're not the asshole, they are massively the assholes. Gotta tell you that, that's just some... And them reading your phone? Excuse me? No? That... No, I hate when people go through my phone. Nobody is ever able to go through my phone except without my supervision. Nobody knows my code. I hate when people go through my phone. So just peeking over your shoulder while you're talking to a friend is so many privacy just gone for that friend and for you. You know, that friend came out to you, and your parents could be outing them to their parents, which could also lead to a bad situation like we talked about before. Oh my god, this makes me so incredibly mad. So incredibly mad. I hate your parents. Let's put them on the shitty parents list next to my dad. Well, chat, that was the end of the video. I hope you liked it together with Kurai, and go absolutely follow them. They are amazing, amazing people. She is just great in helping. She is just great and is in the Discord server. They stream, they do a bunch of different stuff, so go follow her and support them as well. And I want to thank you for watching this video. If you want to see me cubing, go watch this video right here while I have a competition with some other friends of mine, so maybe you would like to go on there and see that. But until then, I would like, no, there I also have this hair, yeah. Also, let me know in the comments what you think of the hair. What makes you think of it? Because it either makes me think of like those roundy lollies or like cotton candy. One of the two. Kind of both. But yeah, just let me know in the comments on what you think of this. And if, yes, that's it. Thank you for watching. And as always, take care of yourselves. I'm proud of you. I care about you. And thank you for coming, thank you for staying, and thank you all for watching the show. Bye bye!